Welcome to Murder Soda, where we tell the stories of real-life murders. Today, we're going to talk about the case of Imani Roberson, a 29-year-old mother of four who was found dead on August 4th, 2023. Her husband, Donald Anderson, has been arrested and charged with her murder. Imani Roberson was a loving mother and wife. She was always there for her children, and she was devoted to her husband. But on July 16th, 2023, she disappeared. Roberson's mother reported her missing the next day. Investigators soon found her burned-out car, but there was no sign of Roberson herself. The investigation into Roberson's disappearance was a mystery. There were no witnesses and no leads. But then, on August 4th, 2023, her body was found in a wooded area. Roberson had been brutally murdered. She had been shot multiple times, and her body had been burned. The police quickly arrested Donald Anderson, Roberson's husband. Anderson had a history of domestic violence, and he had been seen arguing with Roberson on the day she disappeared. Let's hear from the police about this heartbreaking story.
As you know, we have been investigating the disappearance of Imani Roberson. Imani was last seen by her mother on 7/16/2023 after having dinner at her mother's home with her four children. After leaving her mother's house, Imani Roberson returned home with two of her four children, the 3-year-old and 1-month-old baby. The other two children stayed the night with their grandmother. On 7/17, Clarine made several attempts to contact her daughter Imani Roberson, as they speak daily and sometimes several times a day, to no avail. Imani's mother decided to go to Imani's home to see if she was home, to find that no one was at the home. Imani's mother then decided to report her daughter missing because it was not like her to not call her and check on her children. We then began an immediate investigation by placing a lookout for the whereabouts of Imani Roberson, contacting family, friends, and identifying any known locations that Imani may frequent. RCSO continued investigations led investigators to the home that was shared by Imani, Donald Anderson, which is Imani's husband, and the four children. What I can tell you now is that our investigation intensified, and it was clear that foul play was evident in the disappearance of Imani. This investigation led us to conduct several search warrants on homes, to include the home of our victim, a car, and cell phones. In addition, we spoke to several individuals, collected a number of evidence to include blood in our victim's home and in other places that I won't be specific on. All while the investigation continues, investigators continue to plan, organize, and search areas around specific locations to find Imani or individuals who could tell us where Imani is and what could they tell us about her disappearance. As we continued to search with the assistance of the cadaver canine, we came across an area where we believed to be evidence of a possible body. As we processed that area, an unknown body was discovered. Once the body was examined and matched the description provided to us on Imani, including tattoos, we matched from photos of Imani, including descriptions that was provided to us by our mother and others, with the body recovered. We were certain that we have located Imani. On 8/4/2023, several more search warrants were secured, as well as arrest warrants for Donald Anderson, which is her husband. I activated my SWAT team to go and pick up Donald Anderson. Donald Anderson was located at an apartment location in the city of Atlanta. Donald Anderson is charged with felony murder, malice murder, aggravated assault, possession of a firearm during the commission of a crime, and there could be more charges. This investigation is still ongoing, and I can assure you that another arrest will be made. I want to encourage anyone else who may know anything about this case to contact my office.
Anderson was charged with felony murder, malice murder, aggravated assault, and possession of a firearm in the commission of a crime. He is currently awaiting trial. Investigation. The investigation into Roberson's murder was long and difficult, The police interviewed dozens of people, and they searched for evidence in every corner of Rockdale County. One of the most important pieces of evidence was a Ring doorbell camera video that showed Roberson's car speeding away from her home on the day she disappeared. The video also captured the sound of a gunshot. The police also found Roberson's blood in her home and in Anderson's car. They also found Anderson's fingerprints on the gun that was used to kill Roberson. Anderson's trial is scheduled to begin in January 2024. He has pleaded not guilty to all charges. The prosecution is expected to present a strong case against Anderson. They have a number of witnesses who will testify that Anderson was abusive to Roberson, and they also have the physical evidence that links Anderson to the crime. The defense is expected to argue that Anderson is innocent. They may try to blame Roberson's death on someone else, or they may argue that Anderson was acting in self-defense. Imani Roberson's mother and father spoke to the media today about the loss of their daughter. They were both visibly shaken and emotional, but they spoke with strength and courage.
Today is a very difficult day for our family, especially the mother and the father. As a mother and father, you know that your kids are in a very special way. And when I couldn't reach Imani almost 3 weeks ago, I knew something was wrong. Late last night, my worst fears were confirmed, and our family is devastated. Being here today is extremely difficult for us, but I do want to thank the public who rallied around us and supported us for Imani's safe return. Thank you to the members of the national and local media who elevated the story. Lastly, Investigator Jones, Deputy Adams, and Sheriff Levett, and the whole entire team that worked diligently to bring Imani home. We thank you for your continued prayers.
I was preparing Imani's mom for it. When she sent me the Ring doorbell video and said, "What do I think?" I made my peace with it then. I want to give thanks to Investigator Jones that at least they couldn't tell us. I understand that, but she did say that's what it sounded like to me too. So I said my goodbyes to my daughter yesterday, and I told her, I promised her when I laid there with Royal.
The Robersons' words were heartbreaking, but they also served as a reminder of the strength of the human spirit. In the face of tragedy, they found the courage to speak out and to share their story with the world.
Lost to the state of Georgia. And if you think it's going to break me, it's not. I done seen all I could see. 3 of my babies gone. I want to thank Rockdale County. I didn't want to give y'all the chance, and I wanted him so bad. But I trusted y'all, and thank you. Thank you. It's not the news that we wanted, but I'm happy that we can hold them accountable. And I just ask all...
The case of Imani Roberson is a tragic one. She was a young woman with her whole life ahead of her, and her death has left a hole in the lives of her family and friends. The arrest of Donald Anderson is a step in the right direction, but the case is not over yet. Anderson is still facing trial, and the outcome of the case is still uncertain. We will continue to follow this case and bring you updates as they become available. Thank you for watching Murder Soda. We hope you enjoyed learning about the case of Imani Roberson. We know that this is a difficult topic, but we believe it is important to talk about these cases so that we can raise awareness of domestic violence and help prevent future tragedies.